Welcome to Disconnecting from the Matrix, where the release is from within. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Alice Kim, and this is episode 13 titled Be Who You Are. Do you live your life as who you really are or who you think you are? Do you think you are or do you be you are? Each is a choice, and what you choose either keeps you stuck in the matrix or sets you free. So what's it gonna be? Let me ask you, who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Sound familiar? Isn't that what the world asks you every time you open up a little bit and try to be who you are? And if you're honest enough, isn't that what you ask yourself every time you feel inspired to move out of your complacency and into something that expresses who you are in a much grander way? Who the hell do you think you are? It's a rhetorical question that doesn't even ask you for your input, nor for your answer. It's something that you're told. It's a hypnotic statement disguised as a question and thrown at you to keep you from knowing who and what you are. It's a coded phrase that's loaded with a program that works like a switch to turn you right off as soon as you're switched on and turned on to the spark of your true nature, which is limitlessness, freedom, peace, and joy. Instead, the energy from this one single phrase, who do you think you are? Who do I think I am? It's enough to short circuit and fry your mind with a painful jolt and punishment as a reminder on how you're not good enough and not deserving enough of anything more than what you think you are and where you think you are today. Who do you think you are? It's a question that keeps you from ever questioning. It's a hypnotic overlay that shuts you up, that shuts you down, and keeps you imprisoned and stuck in your thinking mind so that you can continue to keep identifying yourself as what you're told to think you are. Thinking about a thing, my friends, that has nothing to do with knowing a thing. To say that you think this or you think that, it's just admitting that you don't know shit. And here we are believing in all the things that we've been told by what others think of us, which is really them telling you what they think of themselves. And then you mistaking this thinking that's not even yours to begin with as your knowing of who you are. And none of this would matter except for one thing. And that as long as you believe in who you think you are, you're not living as yourself. And if you're not living as yourself, then whose life are you living? The Matrix is a creation of your mind. No matter what it looks like, there is nothing, quote unquote, out there that's forcing you to be, do, or have anything more than what you choose. It's all your choice. And that's the good news, as well as the bad news, I guess. And that too also depends on how you choose to see it. You either think it or you know it. They're mutually exclusive and you cannot be both. As long as you think it, you can't know it. And when you know it, there is nothing more to think about. It just is. I think, therefore I am. Bull fucking shit. Thinking about something is not knowing a thing. And thinking what you are is not knowing what you are. So do you choose to live as what you think you are? The digital image that you created with mind? Like a character in a video game that can only do certain things based on the rules of the game set by an existing program? Or do you choose to break out of the self-imposed matrix? To go beyond, to know yourself in your totality as embodied divinity, as God knowing itself as you? Isn't it time to give yourself permission to be as you are? So instead of asking ourselves, who do I think I am? Instead of doubting ourselves, belittling ourselves, judging ourselves to be the stories we make ourselves up to be, all the I am nots, what would it be like to ask instead, what do I know myself to be? And being what I am, how would I like to live as I am? Be as you are. Give yourself your own permission now, which is to say, just choose now to be the sovereign being that you are. Be as you are. Be free. Haven't you lived long enough confined in a box, forcing yourself to follow rigid rules and beliefs that were set by others and have nothing to do with you? That doesn't serve you in any way? It's time now to stop thinking about who you think you are and choosing now to know what you are. Instead of choosing to continue to be cut down and held down by thoughts of who do I think I am? Choose now instead, I know what I am. I be what I am. I am that I am. Allow yourself the permission to be who you are. Your permission is all it takes. Regardless of what it looks like and what you thought, there's no one out there that you need permission from. There's no hall monitor out there who's patrolling your life, ready to take you in and write you up and punish you for leaving your little box, your little cell of self-imposed limitations. Now, wait a minute here. You are way out of place. Where do you think you're going? What do you think you're doing? And who the hell do you think you are? But it'll still feel like it, and the little patrolman nonetheless is going to show up until you finally decide no more, until you fully become all that you are. And that could take a little time. But until then, trust yourself. Be true to yourself. Be a little more courageous in honoring yourself every day by being yourself and standing up for yourself, even if it's a little scary at first. It's only scary because it's new. And after you do it and find out how supportive it all is to be what you are, to be who you are, you'll have more certainty in being more of yourself. And that's how you build confidence. Confidence isn't puffing up or pumping yourself up. It's not about building yourself up to appear to look like you're more than you are. That's just a reaction to cover up the fact that you don't trust yourself. You see, true confidence is actually the opposite. It's a stripping away of all the I am nots until you're only left with what's real and true to you, to what you are. The word confidence actually comes from Latin roots, and it means to have full trust to boldly trust. And trusting in your true essence, your presence, is a bold move that most humans are not ready to do just yet. They're too focused on making the matrix real, making the mind real, and to make thinking real. They're all still just enjoying the game. I was at a diner yesterday with a friend, Agota. Hi, Agota. There was a Greek coffee on the menu, and she never had it, so she decided to order it and give it a try. So she gets the coffee, and after a couple of sips, she decides that she didn't like it at all. And it's not so much how the coffee was prepared, but more the quality of it. I know because I actually took a sip, and it tasted like hot dishwater was poured over very old coffee grinds. It wasn't good at all. She was at first hesitant to do this, but she did decide to send it back and exchanged it for a regular cup of coffee. And she said to me, in the past, the old me wouldn't say anything about the coffee because I didn't want to cause a stir. I would just deal with it, even if I wasn't happy with the food or the service. But you know what? These days, I've been emboldening myself to be more of myself and ask for what I want. And you know what? That touched me very deeply. And I say, always ask for what you want, even if it's over a cup of coffee. That seemingly little incident over a cup of coffee may not have been a big deal to someone else, but it was a huge deal to her. It elevated her level of trust and taking her seat as her I am to a new level. It helped build up her confidence in herself. Are you afraid to say something or do something because you fear it will disrupt the system? Because you're afraid that it might rock the boat? As long as you're aware and honest with yourself and say and act in full integrity with genuinely pure intentions, go ahead and disrupt. I say go ahead and rock the damn boat. You know why? Because the world is full of fear and fearful people waiting for someone else to go first and let them know that it's okay to be who they are. And no word or act is too small for the opportunity to build your own confidence, that bold trust in self, and not only for yourself, but to be the way shower for others to follow suit. To tell others that it's okay to be who they are. So once again, who the hell are you? To that, you can now answer, I am that I am. You are that you are. Now, boldly go and be that you are. It's time to say ta-ta. T-A-T-A. Things as they are. So ta-ta for now and ta-ta always. Thanks for joining me, and we'll connect again soon. Please visit the episode page for additional notes and to leave a comment. Go to disconnectmatrix.com/podcast/13. Once again, that's disconnectmatrix.com/podcast/13. And while you're there, please subscribe to my email list so we can stay in touch. Also, if you're on iTunes and are enjoying this show, please consider giving it a favorable rating and review for the benefit of future listeners. To contact me directly, my email is alice@disconnectmatrix.com. I welcome all your questions, comments, and any feedback that you have. Thanks again for joining me. Until next time.